When I think back to the day my world shattered, I can't help but feel the sting of betrayal wash over me once again. My name is Daniel Turner, a typical middle-class guy living in a suburban neighborhood with my wife, Samantha. We had built a life together over the last 7 years, filled with laughter, love, and what I thought was unwavering loyalty. Little did I know, beneath the surface, a storm was brewing, one that would ultimately lead me down an unexpected path of revenge and revelation. It all started innocently enough. One Saturday afternoon, while I was at home, I noticed Samantha's phone vibrating incessantly on the coffee table. I hesitated, then my curiosity got the better of me. A text message from a number I didn't recognize flashed on the screen. It read, "Can't wait to see you tonight, babe. I miss you." My heart raced as I tried to convince myself that it was harmless, but a sinking feeling in my gut told me otherwise. For weeks, I became a detective in my own home. I watched her every move, and the more I observed, the more I uncovered. Late-night phone calls, mysterious texts, and the lingering scent of another man's cologne on her clothes were just the tip of the iceberg. One fateful night, after a particularly long day at work, I returned home early to find her in the living room with a man I had never met. They were engrossed in each other's laughter, their chemistry so evident it made my stomach turn. I felt my heart drop as I watched from the shadows, hidden behind the doorway. That was the moment I realized I had been living a lie. My wife, the woman I had devoted myself to, was cheating on me. Anger surged through me like a tidal wave, but instead of confronting her in a fit of rage, I decided to take a different approach. I would turn this situation into my own reality show, a twisted game that would unveil her deceit to the world. Over the next few weeks, I meticulously planned my strategy. I called my friends and family, explaining that I wanted to host a unique reality show that would challenge relationships and expose hidden truths. I framed it as a chance for everyone to learn more about their partners while engaging in fun and thought-provoking activities. Little did they know, my true motive was to put Samantha on blast. The day of the show arrived, and I was a whirlwind of excitement and nerves. I set up cameras around the house and created various challenges that revolved around trust, honesty, and loyalty. My family and friends gathered, blissfully unaware of the emotional storm brewing beneath the surface. As the challenges unfolded, Samantha's responses began to reveal her true colors. In one challenge, I asked everyone to write down their biggest secrets. I knew Samantha's secret would come to light, but her reaction was even more shocking than I anticipated. As she read the others' secrets aloud, I watched her squirm uncomfortably, her eyes darting toward me in panic. The tension in the room thickened, but the audience was still oblivious to the real reason behind her discomfort. Next, I orchestrated a trustful exercise. I encouraged my guests to pair up and take turns falling backward, trusting their partner to catch them. Samantha, confident in her charms, chose to partner with one of my closest friends, Jake. As she fell, I couldn't help but wonder if she would ever be able to trust me again. To my dismay, she fell right into Jake's arms, laughing and flirting as if nothing were wrong. My heart sank further, but I knew this was all part of my plan. As the show progressed, I introduced challenges that required emotional vulnerability. We had discussions about fidelity, love, and trust, and I made sure to keep the cameras rolling. With every challenge, I could see Samantha's facade beginning to crack. The guilt of her actions started to weigh heavily on her, and the discomfort was palpable. The grand finale was set for the following Saturday. I planned to invite all the participants back for a final challenge, one that would culminate in the ultimate reveal. I sent out invitations, emphasizing the importance of attendance for the climactic conclusion. My excitement was mixed with a sense of dread. Exposing her would hurt not only her but me too. As the day approached, I carefully crafted my narrative. I intended to reveal her affair in a way that would leave no room for denial. The moment arrived, and everyone gathered at our house, eager for the final showdown. I started with a heartfelt speech, thanking everyone for participating and revealing how much this journey had meant to me. I could see Samantha's nerves beginning to fray as she sensed something was amiss. Tonight, I announced, we're going to play a game called Truth or Consequence. Each of you will take turns choosing a truth or a consequence, but there's a twist. If anyone chooses a truth, they must answer honestly, and if they refuse, they face a consequence. The room buzzed with excitement, but I could see Samantha growing more and more anxious. She was smart, and I knew she would catch on quickly. As the game unfolded, one by one, guests shared their truths. When it was Samantha's turn, I could see the panic in her eyes. I could feel the tension mounting as I leaned in closer. Truth or consequence? I asked, my voice steady. truth, she replied, her bravado faltering. I took a deep breath. Tell us about your relationship with Jake. The room fell silent, and all eyes turned to her. Jake? He's just a friend, she stammered, her confidence wavering. I pressed on, refusing to let her off the hook. Just a friend. You've spent hours with him. Samantha, can you honestly say there's nothing more? The tension in the air was electric, and I could see the realization dawn on her face. She glanced around the room, her heart racing. Her friends, my family, all witnessing her deceit. She began, but the words wouldn't come. Suddenly I clicked a button on my remote, and a video began to play on the large screen behind us. It showed her laughing and flirting with Jake, snippets of their conversations, the intimate moments we had both taken for granted. Gasps echoed through the room as the truth washed over everyone. Samantha's face paled, and tears filled her eyes as she realized her double life had been exposed. She looked at me, desperation etched across her features. Daniel, please, I can explain. But I didn't let her. No, Samantha, the truth is out. You've manipulated everyone around you, including me. This is your consequence. The guests erupted into murmurs, shocked by the revelation. I could see my friends exchanging worried glances, unsure of what to say or do. I felt vindicated, yet a part of me was shattered, realizing the depth of her betrayal. As the show concluded, I stood before my family and friends, allowing the gravity of the situation to sink in. Tonight we learned that love should be built on trust and honesty. Without those, all we have are lies. Samantha, her face streaked with tears, tried to plead her case, but her words fell on deaf ears. I had exposed her dishonesty, and in doing so, I had taken back my power. As the guests began to leave, I felt a strange mix of triumph and sorrow. I had turned my pain into a spectacle, but it came at a great cost. The love we had built was forever tarnished, but I knew I had done the right thing. Samantha's true nature had been laid bare, and the world now knew of her betrayal. In the weeks that followed, I began to rebuild my life. The reality show had been a success in many ways. It had helped me heal and provided a platform for others to learn about the importance of trust in relationships. I learned that sometimes, turning the tables can be the best form of revenge, and while my heart was heavy with the memories of our time together, I knew it was time to move forward. And so I closed the chapter on my marriage with Samantha, vowing never to allow deceit to reign in my life again. The experience had changed me, and in its wake, I found strength I never knew I had. I may have lost my wife, but I had gained a clearer understanding of love, honesty, and the importance of staying true to myself. In the end, I wasn't just a husband betrayed, I became a man reborn, ready to face whatever challenges life threw my way. The reality show may have been a spectacle, but it was also a powerful lesson, a reminder that the truth, no matter how painful, always finds a way to come to light.